Right, أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. Last week we spoke about Surah Al-Qari'ah. We did a brief tafsir on Surah Qari'ah. Remember, what is tafsir? What is tafsir? Right. And somebody who makes tafsir is called somebody who makes tafsir. The scholars, the great scholars who make tafsir. Mufassir. Name one Mufassir, famous Mufassir. You forgot his name. That's why you have notebooks. One famous Mufassir. Come, did I mention last week? Ibn Kathir. Ibn Kathir. This question I'm definitely going to put in the exams. Ibn Kathir, and I'll give you another one. Imam Jalaluddin Suyuti. Ibn Kathir. I-B-N, Ibn. And then Kathir. Ibn Kathir. So his tafsir is called Tafsir Ibn Kathir. And the other one is called, the tafsir is called Tafsir Jalalain. Come, I said this last week. You guys are supposed to make notes. Yeah, it's called Tafsir Jalalain, and the author or the scholar or the Mufassir, his name is Imam Jalaluddin Suyuti Ash-Shafi'i. So Imam Jalaluddin Suyuti. Yeah, it's too long. There's many other tafsirs also. Suyuti or Jalaluddin. Okay, we're doing a lesson now. You can spell. I'll give you the spelling. I'll give you the spelling later because this you were supposed to do last week already. Right. Okay. So last week we did that. Now today we're going to speak about Nabi Isa alayhi salam. What will be the condition? Right. So after Nabi Isa alayhi salam passes away, 40 years will remain for Qiyamah to occur. Okay. Let me just talk to you. No, it's our time. But okay, before I come to Nabi Isa alayhi salam, I just want to tell you about another big sign of Qayamah before Nabi Isa alayhi salam. This is not in the book. But I'm going to tell you about it. So make your notes. And this is why the videos are here. You get the links every week. Go to the links and watch the videos. Alright? So before Nabi Isa alayhi salam come, Imam Mahdi is still going to come. Imam Mahdi, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam predicted the coming of Imam Mahdi. So before that also there's other signs of Yajuj, Majuj. Have you heard about Yajuj, Majuj? Yajuj, Majuj is that nation that has been imprisoned by Hazrat Dhul Qarnayn. The story is told in Surah Kahf. So they will break out at a time close to Qiyamah and they will cause havoc on earth. They will eat whatever they find, they will drink whatever they see. You know, if they see rivers there, they'll drink the rivers also up. You know, they're like that, and they'll eat everything, they'll eat crops, and they will cause great devastation and havoc on this earth. So they will also be there the time of Nabi Isa, of Imam Mahdi. And that is Yajuj, Majuj. Imam Mahdi will be here. He is a descendant of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He is the final Imam to come. His father's name will be Abdullah. His mother's name will be Amina. You know, like the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But he is not a prophet. He's not a prophet. He is an Imam, and he is one of the Ummati, one of the followers of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But when he is born, and maybe he is born already, but people will recognize him one day in the Kaaba or by the Kaaba. People will recognize him. And then when he is here, and then the Yajuj Majuj will be around, the Dajjal will also be around. Alright? But they won't be able to enter Makkah and Medina, the holy cities, the holy sanctuaries, because of Imam Mahdi. And so a lot of people will follow Imam Mahdi. Because they will, because look, the coming of Imam Mahdi has been foretold. So a lot of people will follow Imam Mahdi. But then also, Dajjal is going to be in. Dajjal, have you heard about Dajjal? You must know about Dajjal, you know. So Dajjal is going to come, and Dajjal is going to claim to be a prophet of Allah. But Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam warned us all about Dajjal. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Dajjal will come and he will preach to the people, and he will have miracles also on him, and he will show people miracles. He will bring the dead back to life. You know, like he will meet somebody and will say that, if I bring your father back to life, or your grandfather, your grandmother back to life, will you believe in me? And they will say yes, and he will bring them back to life, and they will believe in him. You know. So, but there's clear signs about Dajjal, how he looks. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam spoke about the floating eye that he has, the one eye that he has, and other signs. So true Muslims, true believers will recognize Dajjal. They will recognize Dajjal, and it is important for us to know. It is important for us. It is part of our Aqeeda that we read up about Dajjal, we learn about Dajjal, and the fitna that Dajjal will cause. Because this is something that we need to tell our children, our offspring, and the generations to come after us, because we don't know when this is going to happen. It can happen in the next 20, 30, 40, 50 years, 100 years, whatever. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best when this is going to happen. Because you can see the signs of, as you said last week, you can see the signs of Qayamah coming already. So more and more signs are becoming evident. You can see more and more signs. And a big sign, one of the major signs is like Yajuj, Majuj coming, Imam Mahdi coming, Dajjal coming. These are big signs of Qayamah. Alright, so this is going to take place before the arrival of Nabi Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. Right, so then all this is going to happen, then Nabi Isa alayhi salam is going to come. So Nabi Isa alayhi salam ascended to the heavens. Alright, how old was he when he ascended? Okay, Easter is coming up now. Let's talk about this. Easter is coming up now. What is your belief about Easter? About what do they say happened over Easter weekend? What happened on Good Friday? Good Friday is now, in 2 days' time. What happened on Good Friday? Who knows? What did you learn in school? Or what do you know about this? Anybody? There we go. We were taught in school, in the non-Muslim schools, the Christian schools, what were we taught? We were taught that on Good Friday was the day that Jesus was crucified. Nabi Isa al-Islam was crucified. That's what we were taught in Catholic school, Christian school. Alright? But what does the Quran say? What is your belief as far as Jesus is concerned? Do you believe Jesus was crucified? Or what do you believe? Where is he? Eh? But he didn't die. How can he go to heaven? What is your belief concerning Jesus? Come. I can't hear you.
Allah just replaced the voice that was like.
Yeah, good. Where did you hear that? From me? When? Huh?
Last week.
Oh, did I say this last week? Oh, okay. So anyway, so the Quran Sharif says that Jesus, وَمَا قَتَلُوهُ وَمَا صَلَبُوهُ. Allah refers to Jesus, Nabi Isa alayhi salam. Allah says that they didn't kill him, they didn't crucify him. So, وَلَكِنْ شُبِّهَ لَهُمْ. But this is what it appeared to them. Why? Because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala replaced Nabi Isa alayhi salam with another person that looked like him, and Nabi Isa alayhi salam ascended into the heavens. So on the day that the Good Friday, that the Christians believe that Jesus was killed or Jesus was crucified on the cross, we Muslims believe that that was the day that Nabi Isa alayhi salam ascended into the heavens. He ascended into the heavens. In fact, the Roman Catholics, they too have something called an Ascension Day. A day that they believe that Jesus went into the heavens. But we believe that the actual Ascension Day was that day, the day that they tried to kill Nabi Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. And this was the day that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala took Nabi Isa alayhi salatu wasalam up into the heavens. So Nabi Isa alayhi salam is still alive. He hasn't yet had the taste of death. He hasn't yet had the taste of death. When Allah took him up, how old was Nabi Isa alayhi salam? Who knows? You guys must know this exam is going to be end of May.
45.
Eh? 45. Nice guess, but far off. Nabi Isa alayhi salam was 33 years old. How old was he?
33.
He was 33 years old when Allah took him up or brought him up into the heavens, or when he ascended into the heavens. And you know, when adults, when we enter Jannah one day, inshallah, let's say for instance, you live till 60 or you live till 70, you live very old. Okay, you are very old, and now when you die, you died with all aches and pains, and you couldn't walk properly, and you couldn't stand properly, and your back was arched, and your legs were sore, and you were walking with a walking stick or whatever. Does that mean you're going to go to Jannah like that? No. When you enter Jannah, you will be the age of Nabi Isa alayhi salam. You're going to be 33 years old. One and old lady came to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Look at the sense of humor of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. An old lady came to Rasulullah, and she's old, and she says, Ya Rasulullah, please make dua that I enter Jannah. Okay? So Rasulullah said to her, old people won't go to Jannah. What did Rasulullah say? Old people won't enter Jannah. And then she got worried. She said, oh, what's going to happen to me now? Ya Rasulullah, how can you say I won't enter Jannah? Then Rasulullah smiled with her and said, don't worry, when you enter Jannah, you won't be old like this, you'll be young. You know, so the age that we're going to be, according to what we know, is the age of Isa alayhi salam, which is 33 years old when he ascended into heavens. Alright? But children, if you pass away when you're not mukallaf, you know, then you're going to be a child in Jannatul Firdaus. Allah knows best.
So if you die,
I knew you were going to ask me a question. Yes, what?
if you as a child, you might have the feeling of being an adult if you die.
Hey?
If you die, you feel kind of thing, like go straight to Jannah.
Yes.
And won't you know the feeling of being an adult, like you just stay small.
Yeah. You see, when you the question is, when you die as a child, you go to Jannah as a child. First of all, there's no reckoning for you if you die as a child before you become mukallaf. There's no punishment in the grave. There's no Jahannam for you. A child goes directly to Jannah. Alright? Remember that. Somebody who passes away, when they're not mukallaf, goes directly to Jannah. Because Sharia only becomes compulsory upon you when you become mukallaf. When you're not mukallaf, Shariat, you know what is Sharia? The divine law, whatever applies to you, like Salah, fasting, Hajj, and all these things, everything else, and your deeds being recorded and all that only applies to you once you become mukallaf. So if you die and you're not in mukallaf, no punishment of the grave, no questioning on the day of judgment, you go straight to Jannah. When you're in Jannah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَكُمْ فِيهَا مَا تَشْتَهُونَ وَلَكُمْ فِيهَا مَا تَشْتَهِي أَنفُسُكُمْ also. Allah says, in Jannah you will have whatever تَشْتَهِي أَنفُسُكُمْ, whatever you desire, whatever you want, you're going to have in Jannah. So, I think that if you feel in Jannah that you're a child and you feel and you say, Ya Allah, I wish I could feel what it is like to be an adult, then maybe Allah will grant you that, because it is something that you feel, it's something that you wish for. You wish you want to be an adult, Allah will make you an adult. For example, people who didn't have children on this dunya. Okay, so there's some couples, they pass away, they didn't have any children in the dunya, they always wanted a child. If they say to Allah in Jannah that, Ya Allah, when you never had children in Jannah, give us a child here, Allah will give them a child. That's what I think. Because I look at the ayat of the Quran, وَلَكُمْ فِيهَا مَا تَشْتَهِي أَنفُسُكُمْ وَلَكُمْ فِيهَا مَا تَدَّعُونَ, and you will have there what you ask for. So if they're going to ask for this, then surely Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give it. You know? So, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows best. So, we will be the age of Nabi Isa alayhi salatu wasalam. So, we were speaking about Easter now. So, Isa alayhi salam, Jesus was not crucified. He was taken into the heavens. Okay? And then they believe also on Easter Monday was the day that the stone was removed from the mouth of the cave, and Isa alayhi salam disappeared. Jesus disappeared. That's what they say. That is why the Christians also believe that Jesus is coming. You know about this belief of this? They say Jesus is coming, Jesus is coming. You know, they say this. Why? Because Jesus is coming. Nabi Isa alayhi salam ascended to the heavens. He has to come down back to earth. You know why? So that he can taste death. He must have the experience. Allah says, Kullu nafsin da'iqatul maut. Every soul must have the taste of death. So Nabi Isa alayhi salam has to come down because he has to die. He has to have the taste of death. So the prophets of Allah, they don't die and finish in clock. They just have the taste of death for a split of a second and then they're alive again. But we can't see how they are alive. But anyway, so at the time close to Qiyamah, one of the major signs is on a Friday morning, Nabi Isa a.s. will descend from the heavens in Damascus by the masjid, the main Jama masjid in Damascus. No? He will descend there and he will come down from the pillar of Damascus, and he will lead the Salah, the Fajr Salah, Nabi Isa a.s. People will see this in descending. And this is when the whole world is going to understand that when Isa a.s. descends and Isa a.s. goes into the masjid, this is when the whole world is going to realize that Islam is the true faith. Okay, because imagine the Christians see now, oh, Jesus arrived. They're going to think maybe Jesus is going to come there in Rome and he's going to go there by the Pope. No, Jesus is going to descend in Damascus. In Nabi Isa a.s. is going to descend in Damascus. Is going to be the time of Fajr. He's going to enter the Jama Masjid, the main masjid in Damascus, and then he's going to lead the Fajr Salah. And when Jesus comes, when Nabi Isa a.s. comes, the effect that it's going to have on Dajjal is Dajjal will start melting. So Nabi Isa a.s. will chase Dajjal and he will kill Dajjal. Then when Dajjal is killed, Imam Mahdi is there, and then everybody is going to see now Nabi Isa a.s. is here. Nabi Isa a.s. is not going to come with his own religion, but Nabi Isa a.s. is going to come and follow whose religion? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He's going to come and he's going to follow Islam. Because at the end of the day, Nabi Isa a.s. was Muslim and is Muslim. So he's going to worship Allah and he's going to read the kalima of La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. In the time of Nabi Isa a.s., the kalima was La ilaha illallah Isa Ruhullah. Okay, but now the kalima is La ilaha Muhammad Rasulullah. So Nabi Isa a.s. won't read his own kalima. He will read the kalima of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So he's going to be a follower of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Then there's going to be ultimate peace on this dunya. Finally, there's going to be peace on this dunya. Everybody will come together, you know. And Nabi Isa a.s. is going to live for 40 years, an additional 40 years. So 40 plus 33 is how much? 73. So eventually when he reaches 70, he's going to come down as 33, continue, and then he's going to pass away at the age, the dunya age of 73. But in that time, he's going to get married. He's going to have children as well. And then at the age of 73, or after 40 years, he's going to pass away. When Nabi Isa a.s. passes away, then things are going to slide again, and then the Qiyamah is going to come soon after that. So that is Nabi Isa a.s. So it says here, Nabi Isa a.s. passes away, 40 years will remain for Qiyamah. So when he leaves, when Nabi Isa passes away, then there's still, he will come 80 years before Qiyamah. 80 years before Qiyamah, Nabi Isa a.s. will come. He will live for 40 years. And 40 years after Nabi Isa a.s. passes away, and then Qiyamah is going to come. A cool scented wind will blow, which will pass from under the armpits of people. As a result of all this, the Muslims will pass away and only the non-Muslims will remain alive. We said this last week. This proves that no Muslim will experience the destruction of Qiyamah. And Qiyamah will only occur on the disbelievers. There will be disbelievers everywhere and there will be no believer left to pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala at that time. So after Nabi Isa a.s., things are going to descend again into a form of chaos. There's going to be disbelief again. Jama Masjid. Jama, like our masjid is called Jama Ahmadi Masjid because it's the biggest masjid in Russell Park, so it's the main masjid, like, you know. So the main masjid, the Jama means like the main, where everybody gathered, the main congregational place. So Jama, Jama. Jama Masjid, Damascus. Jama Masjid, Damascus. Okay. Allah will command Israfil alayhi salam, the angel Israfil, to blow the sur. The sur is the horn, the trumpet. Alright? So he's standing there ready. He's standing there ready, waiting for the command of Allah to blow the trumpet, the horn. The kuffar will be busy in whatever work they will be doing. Certain people will be busy painting their walls, while others will be busy eating food. Everybody will be engrossed in their normal worldly activities. People will be walking around, people will be working, people will be doing this and that, whatever, what's normal. And then the sur will sound, the horn will sound. So the sound of the horn will first be very faint, and then it will start getting sharper and sharper and louder. So when people hear, they're going to hear it. When Qiyamah comes, the last day, when they're going to hear it, they're going to hear it faint. Like it's coming from somewhere far. They're going to hear it faint, and then it's going to get louder and sharper and more frightening. That's how it's going to be. It's going to be a frightening sound, and people will wonder what is happening here. What is happening here? People will listen to the sound with great concentration. They will listen to the sound. They will become unconscious and die. Okay, from the sound. Now, some narrations say they're going to become unconscious and die. There's some places where I read also. Okay, but this is okay. Let's not get into that. But thereafter, the sky, the land, the sea, the mountain, the sur, Sayyidina Israfil, and all the angels will perish. So everything will be destroyed. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will destroy everything. People will be destroyed, and then everything that Allah created, everything will perish, everything will destroy. And at that time, no one would be in existence but Allah Azza wa Jal. Nobody will remain but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just bring me your pen quickly. So that is all. Inshallah, you have any questions? I'm going to upload this tonight or tomorrow for the latest, inshallah, on YouTube. What's today's date? 13th of the 4th, 2022. You guys must watch the other videos, please. No? Revise now. You got a long weekend coming up now. Please revise, exam. I'm going to set the paper for you of not only what's in the book. I'm going to set the paper of what's on YouTube. What we've discussed in this class. I remember the things that I spoke to you people. I'm setting a paper. And yeah, please, inshallah. Okay.